Saturday, February 5th, a very special day, a holiday celebrating Larry and other people like him because it's National Weather Person's Day. And as you know, Channel 7 has a bunch of incredible meteorologists on staff, and we're going to celebrate some of them this week, including you, Larry.
Oh,
a little bit later in the week.
Later. We got to wait till later?
We saved the best for last.
Oh, all right. Okay,
So,
good.
you know, we're
Don't tell
asking them-
anybody.
All right.
Don't tell anybody.
We're asking them questions like what made them fall in love with the weather, or how did they get where they are today, and what is the best part of the job? And we're starting out today with Bree Eggers.
I love the weather because it is always changing. I decided to become a meteorologist the very first time I had an opportunity to fill in for the chief at my then station. I was working as a reporter, and it was the very first time in my entire life that it clicked and the light bulb turned on, and I thought, this is what I want to do. Almost as if lightning hit me. And it was that day that I applied to go back to school and get my education for weather. I do think that I take pride in being a meteorologist because I know the why part, not just the forecast. But I will say, and I know this sounds kind of geeky, but my favorite part of the job is actually putting together the forecast, and I take a lot of pride in that. It is not a copy and paste. I sit and I look at weather forecast models, and I find it so fascinating when they agree and when they disagree, and the long range and the short range, and this is showing snow, but the temperature's too warm for that, and asking those questions to myself before I put together that 7-day forecast. My favorite part of my job, and I used to do this a lot, is I would get into the classroom and I would talk to students about meteorology and about weather, and they were always excited. They were always on a weather unit, and they were jazzed up about it. They always had really good questions, typically about severe weather. I try to bring a little bit of the classroom weather education into my forecast as well, because anybody can just get the forecast off of an app. So I'm constantly asking myself, what can I give you that is not just the highs and the lows? What can I give you that is something different than what you can find anywhere, anytime? That we get into this business as meteorologists because we love weather, and then we get stuck inside at a desk where there are no windows and we don't see weather except for on a computer screen. So I get really, I'm probably too jazzed when I'm off, I'm not working that day, and I can drive out and do a little, amateur storm chasing. I really love the science of weather, so I love to explain why things are happening.
Well, there you go, Doug.
Yeah. I love Bree. She does such a great job.
She is wonderful. She really is. What a great addition to our team.
Yeah, and Maggie, you asked Bree what she would be doing if she wasn't a weather scientist, and she says that she loves to sing, and she plays the fiddle.
Yeah, Bree has a fantastic voice. You'll have to ask her to sing the next time you see her.
She'll sing the forecast.
At the
maybe.
supermarket or wherever you run into her. And Bree told me she wanted to be a stand-up comedian at one time, but she says she realized she wasn't that funny. We beg to differ. We know how funny she is, and she is just a joy. And I know so many of you love bringing her into your homes every night for the weather forecast.
She has a good handle on sarcasm, too.
She does. She does. She's a hoot.